And pillar 12 is the pillar at the cornerstone of this country. A lot of people cannot see the value of it, and we did not invest in it right. So we're now becoming victims to the international world for those who have trained theirs and made theirs better. And that's sports and the creative industry. Well, I know that Ghana has breeded a lot of stars, musicians, footballers, but how many of them? You can probably count them. Our approach to the sports and creative industry is ownership and control. We need this. We need ownership and control. We have to own the academies, own the music catalogs, and own the distribution power. How are we going to do this? Let's start by the sports. I mean, first of all, everybody watches football from outside every day, and they actually depend on it. But hey, we can invest in the sports sector. Basketball, lawn tennis, and boxing, and etc. Well, this is our plan. First, we're going to build 16 multifunctional sports academies in all the regions. Because we don't know where Ronaldo is, we don't know where Messi is. You can find them in any of the region, and therefore we're not going to discriminate. We make sure that there are academies to search for these talents everywhere in Ghana, and we're going to nurture them, grow them, own them, and they also have to own us. Now, what happens when we build these multifunctional sports academies? See, it attracts something. It attracts educational investors where they come to yourself to the academies. And your child might be in the academy, but there is an education to support them. So they just don't become a footballer without knowledge, or they just don't end up with their knowledge in their foot. They have to also learn about their country and their resources and what they can create. It will also, obviously, apart from the educational facilities, I believe that there could be other things that it will attract in every region to discover more talent. But the point is, we're trying to breed athletes, world-class stars, because they contribute to our economy. One artist can bring billions home in value through endorsement and many things, but we have to start nurturing them now. We have to start building all these platforms and bringing them out from Ghana and even finding more beyond our borders. We have to also think about how we're going to offer these scholarships, exchange programs through partnerships and partner schools with talented students, and then work with them. So that's for me with sports. Although I don't spend too much time for sports, I know that it has a future in Ghana especially. But let's go to entertainment. Entertainment for me is very interesting. You know, we have the likes of some of the greatest artists coming from this country, you know, and we go way back from Osibi says, when they made it to the international platform, but we couldn't protect or secure their royalties because we didn't even build the machine. Today, the New Falls have decided to build the right machine for pushing the Publishing Act that protects the IP of our content creators. I mean, you're talking from bloggers to influencers to YouTubers, authors, painters, musicians, music softwares and filmmakers and software licenses, all of this. We have to protect it. We have to claim the royalties. And we have to make sure that it's circulating in our economy because they're part of us. You know, to allow artists to hold on to their catalogs such that they are not sold for patents. That's one. Two, we need to build a world-class studio. Ghana is the black star of Africa. This studio needs to be in Ghana. We need to build that studio, that Hollywood type studio, that Tyler Perry studio type. And that is going to attract the market from other countries. It's going to boost tourism. It's going to bring people from South Africa, Nigeria, England, Europe, America to come here and make their movies and do their production. And of course, we need to entrust the national security to partner or collaborate with the NCA and the cybersecurity department to clamp down the piracy completely. That's the biggest corruption in this area. And I know the likes of all the musicians in this country right now, artists and everybody, you need this. I need it for you too. We need to clamp it down so we can get our real residual income, our real royalties will come to us without people intersecting or interjecting the funds before it reaches us. Once we secure our publishing terrain, it will elevate our creative industry to deal with international entertainment corporations, such as the Sony, the Universal, the Columbia. We need to partner with them. The iTunes to distribute songs, all the international giants. And talking about creative industry, we can't talk about creative industry without talking about fashion and arts. Now, fashion is important. The way you dress is the way you are dressed. But hey, we have to create a world-class art gallery for the African art and culture. And this comes together. It comes together with the people. You have to mix the two. Create the pattern, the plants, and the production. When I say pattern, I mean you have to understand what fashion is when you go from cotton to textile to yard and to the pattern before you bring the shirt or the clothes. And then you have to be able to have industrial power to do more production, excessive production, and distribute. This is where I think with our fashion industry need to go. Having power of production and power of distribution by using the cotton right and get the shirts out. This final pillar shall be managed, monitored, and evaluated by the Ministry of Tourism.